Hey guys, thanks for joining you in the recipe. This is Steve, and I'll tell you what, I'm always talking about playing with your food, okay? So everybody can do a tempura. It's not that hard. You buy a little box and you sit there and you drop it in your oil and everything else. But a trick to a good tempura is playing with it, okay? So let's talk about that for a little bit. Just a little box set, got at the store, nothing crazy. But what I did do to kind of knock it up a little bit, I had a little black sesame seed here, and I got a little bit of toasted sesame oil, and then a little bit of ginger. Kind of put that into the mix. Okay, so let's play with this a little bit, okay? Now, there's several different directions you can go on. This is what I'm trying to do, saying when chew with your mind wide open, okay? So, you can take a little bit of, like, let's say coconut, hit it with a bit of flour so it doesn't burn, and then put it into the mix, okay? Hey, coconut shrimp tempura. Oh my God, what a fantastic idea. But I saw this at a conference a while back. Rice Krispies, go figure, right? Okay, so a trick with having a really good tempura, it's got to be ice cold. And when I say tempura's got to be ice cold, the batter has to be ice cold. So that way, what ends up happening when it hits the hot grease, which has to be about 350, so please invest in a $20 thermometer so that way you can check your oil, everything else, make sure it's at the right temperature. That's what's going to make that tempura fluff up. Okay? So, anyways, about 3 cups of Rice Krispies. I'm just going to toss that into there. I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to put the Rice Krispies in right at the very end of all of this, because if you know Rice Krispies, if you're anywhere close to my age, then you understand, once they hit milk, they get soft. So, what we got, I've got a little bit of the sesame oil in there, a little bit of the ginger, and a little bit of the black. Get off there. Sesame seeds. Okay. My oil is about 350 degrees. This is perfect temperature. You have to remember though, when you're dropping stuff into this, you have to allow the time for it to come back up to temperature. Now, I put some shrimp on some little skewers here. They're great for little appetizers, okay? So if you're gonna do pass-arounds or anything else, these are like a 10-inch skewer. I probably couldn't find a 6-inch skewer, but that would be perfect for that. So this is all you're gonna do. You're gonna take it, kind of play with it a little bit, get it into the system. All right, and then we're just gonna drop it slowly. Into there. So the colder this is, you see it kind of floats, it's gonna puff up. Even with the Rice Krispies. So say you're gonna be doing the coconut shrimp, same thing. You just wanna hold it a little bit until it starts to fry. Just flip over it, not a big deal. Okay, so say you don't wanna do the skewers. All right, so we have the shrimp, not a big deal right there. Just dip it into that. All right. See, nothing crazy. And you do the same thing. If the oil's at 350 degrees, it's not gonna bounce out at you. So just hold it, wait till it starts to bubble. See how it's bubbling right there? You can release it, and it's not gonna sink to the bottom and cause a big mess, all right? So I'm just gonna do like one more of these. Just gotta show you. Yes, you're gonna get your fingers dirty. Yes, you're playing with your food. Chew with your mind wide open, guys. Drop it in there. Oh, don't drop it, let it float. Just let go of it. Now, all of this is gonna cook for about, let's say 4 or 5 minutes, okay? So while that's cooking, give me a second. Rinse my fingers off over here. Let's talk about the sauces we're going to play with today. All right? There again, play with your food. All right? So come on over here. All right? So what we're going to do is that when I purchased orange marmalade, find this at any grocery store. Now, here's the trick. All right? You can either do with dry mustard or you can do wasabi. Depends what you want to play with. Okay? So all I did is hit about, about half the jar there. add Coleman's mustard, which is probably about 3 tablespoons, okay? Maybe a tablespoon of this, okay? And then mix this all together. So what we have here is basically a really sweet and a little bit of hot going with that tempura shrimp, so you can dip it into. All right, so let's say you want to go that and have another one. Tell you what, a sweet Thai chili sauce is perfect to go with it too. So that way you have a couple different options to be able to dip your stuff into, okay? So that's really it. So when I say play with your food, play with your food. You own the recipe. That easy. All right, so let's take a look over here at the shrimp. They're coming along nicely, maybe a couple more minutes, and they're gonna be perfect, all right? So, the batter over here, triple tempura, okay? You gotta have it cold. When I say cold, I mean just like 40 degrees cold, all right? That way when you put it in there, it just, when it hits that oil, it just expands, all right? And that's where you get that fluffiness from, okay? So, what are you gonna do, coconut? What are you gonna do, Rice Krispies? What are you gonna do, whatever? Play with it. That's the important part. Remember, you own the recipe. So as your mind starts to think, and as it starts to whirl, what can I play with it and do with it? This is the whole trick right here, right? You can follow the recipe. Anybody can follow the recipe. But playing with your food is where it's gonna go. Okay, so, we get these little guys out of here. Paper plates are fantastic, by the way. We absorb all of the, most of the grease, if you have anything. These little guys off. Into the strainer. Put these off on the side. Turn this down. So, with the toasted sesame seed in there, it's got a little bit of ginger in there, and you can't really even see the Rice Krispies until you have that crunch. And that's what we're gonna look for. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take this. Now, you have all these little skewers, so you're having a little party, whatever else. And guess what? You can get right off the stick, okay? So nothing too crazy. Take the plate, set them up. You get a little sauce. Dipping sauces are great, but if you're doing like a little party, do a little drizzle. And remember, if you don't like this, then use sweet chili Thai. But play with the flavors as you go. See, I like things a little spicy, so I'm gonna put a little bit more of the dry mustard into it, or a little bit more of the wasabi into it, all right? So as you're playing with this and getting the mixture right, a toasted sesame seed oil is fantastic, just giving it a little bit more earthy flavor to it, and giving that another dimension. So remember guys, play with your food, chew with your mind wide open, and please join us. We're on Facebook, You Own the Recipe. It's a public group. Everybody is having fun with it, okay? And then thank you again for joining me on You Own the Recipe. This is Steve. Love you. Out.